Here's a romantic story that captures the essence of perfect. Love not as something flawless, but as something beautifully real. The Quiet Flame. In a small riverside town, where the evenings hummed with crickets and the air smelled of rain-soaked earth, lived Amara and Tunde. They weren't the kind of couple who drew attention. No dramatic gestures, no loud declarations, but anyone who watched them closely could see it. The quiet flame between them. They met at a dusty bookstore. Tunde was searching for a poetry collection. Amara was rearranging the shelves. Their fingers brushed over a worn copy of Love in the Time of Cholera, and that was it. Not fireworks, just a spark, gentle, curious. Their love grew slowly. They talked for hours about everything and nothing. Tunde would walk Amara home, even when it meant taking the long way. Amara would leave notes in his books. Tiny messages like, "I believe in you," or "You make silence feel safe." They fought too. About forgotten calls, about dreams that didn't align. But they never let the silence stretch too long. One of them would always say, "Let's fix this." And they would. Not perfectly, but honestly. Years passed. They built a life filled with small rituals. Morning tea, shared playlists, dancing barefoot in the kitchen. They didn't chase perfection. They chose each other again and again, even when it was hard. One rainy evening, Tunde stood by the window, watching the drops race down the glass. Amara came up behind him, wrapped her arms around his waist and whispered, "You're still my favorite story." And he smiled because he knew perfect love wasn't loud. It was steady. It was choosing someone even when the world was messy. It was a quiet flame that never stopped burning. If you want me to continue the story, comment, subscribe, and share. And wait for another video.